Do you know what the Cruz mids are?
Do I know what the what is?
The Cruz mids. The mids you put on the guitar. The mids, you know.
The mids.
Not the treble, not the bass. The mids.
I don't know, but it feels good.
Well, I think your guitars sound different.
Yeah?
It's like you put some extra mids in the guitar. What do you think is the reason?
I don't know if I put those into it. I mean, I think a lot of it is a combination of the woods that we use.
Yeah.
Obviously, the feel of the shapes of the necks, the pickup selection is very important. All those.
Cool.
Yeah, we use a lot of hand-wound pickups in the stuff that we do, especially my builds that I like to do. A lot of the Josefina Campos hand-wound pickups are very good to use in a lot of the stuff that we do.
And of course, the tone bone pickups.
Yeah.
Your favorites?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite pickup of all, and it's basically a low output pickup, and I call it the bone tone pickup because you really have to lean into it to get it to respond, and it sounds great clean. And then if you step on a tube screamer or something like that, it comes to life. And the more aggressive you are on the strings and bending and stuff, the more it responds. I kind of noticed it with that pickup. And a lot of people were asking, especially people in Japan, were asking about lower output pickups. So I decided to use something like that on some of the builds that I do. And a lot of people are really liking it.
Okay. So, I mean, for you personally, what is the biggest difference from the team build to a master build guitar for you personally?
Team build to master build?
Yeah.
Well, the team build stuff is phenomenal stuff. Yeah. We got some of the best guys in the industry working on those guitars as well. Master build is the next step up to attention to detail, exotic woods. You got some of the best guys in the industry working on those guitars, putting their all into it. Some of the guys specialize in specific finishes, all the way down to their neck shapes, the way they do their fret ends, there's all kinds of little nuances and things that every builder does a little bit different. Okay.
So how many builders do you have at Fender?
Well, there are 8.
8 builders. Okay.
Yes.
And you're one of the greatest of all.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I don't think so, but I enjoyed hearing that. That's great to hear.
Okay. So what do you bring here?
Well, this year I've got 5 pieces that I brought for the show. This is like our high-end stuff that we're doing. I'll just kind of give you a walkthrough. I know it's kind of hard to see because there's a lot of people that are really interested in this guitar this year. It's basically a P90 Telecaster finished with an amber top finish and a root beer metallic color on the back. Really beautiful color. The Seymour Duncan P90s. Yeah. You can see the color on the back. It's kind of a root beer metallic type of color, with the all rosewood neck. Yeah. And it's got my signature series neck plate on it. You got it? Yeah. Okay. It's got the Seymour Duncan P90 pickups in it, a vintage hardtail bridge, just stock electronics, present day electronics. Yeah. I like to use the EVH pots because I like the smooth, easy, quick turning pots. I like that, and I use those on a lot of my builds these days. So that's what I use. I have the custom shop designed chevrons that I use on all my guitars. I came up with this a couple years ago, and I'm having the knobs made for me to use on all my builds. A very cool guitar, just very classy look, rosewood, and it has also a white moto bound neck. And the other side just kind of adds to it, and the binding on the side of the body matches the neck as well. That's very cool guitar.
That's attention to detail, yeah.
Attention to detail, great tone on it. This year, we were all asked to do a kind of an art piece. These are going to be calendar guitars that will be in our custom shop calendar coming up for the next couple years. You can see some of the phenomenal guitars that these guys have come up with. So every year, we're tasked to build something like better than last year. And it's hard to do because we're all like thinking different things and doing different things. This year, this is one of my entries this year. It's called the Dragon Skin Telecaster. You can see the attention to detail that I put into this thing. It's kind of hard to see because we got a lot of interest in it, but the inlays on this are the Fender chevrons all the way up, and at the 12th fret, you got the Fender Custom Shop logo in the middle there, which is really cool. And this material that I use on the neck, it almost looks like ebony, but it's not ebony. This is in the rosewood family. It's called African Blackwood.
Oh, okay.
Very cool wood. It's very non-porous. There's pores in it, but it's not like a regular rosewood board.
Very hard, very heavy.
Very hard, very heavy. It sounds really good. The neck is a 5A flame maple neck with vintage tuners with the white pearl buttons on it. The back of the body is finished with the flamed okume, which is in the mahogany family, finished in a sapphire blue, which is beautiful. The top on the guitar is a 5A flamed koa top that I had the guys in R&D write me a program to cut into it. The piece of koa was beautiful, and there's flame all the way through, but in the middle it was kind of like there wasn't a lot of flame. It was more on the edges, and that's what I wanted. Because I found this piece is diclam, I think is what it's called, the material, and it has like a 3D effect to it. If you see it in the light, it just moves. Really cool looking material, and I wanted to have that inlaid into the body, so I made it so that it would inlay, and you can still feel the koa, which is an oil finish on the koa. I use a TV Jones pickup in the neck position and a hand-wound 58 Telecaster pickup in here with gold magnets on it. The Rsd Telecaster Bridge, which has been modified a little bit because I changed the Rsd logo that's on there, and I put just the Fender Custom Shop logo on there, which is really cool. I don't think anybody's done that yet, so I was the first one. Standard, three-way switch right here, almost like a Gibson style thing. You get the neck pickup, both pickups on, or just the bridge pickup. Standard wiring, again with the EVH pots that I used in here for the quick turning, tone and volume, and then the Custom Shop V logo with the F Fender from Fender on there as well. It's just a gorgeous guitar. I think it's just it's one of my art pieces that I wanted to do this year. So it's very popular, and I think a lot of people are showing interest in it.
So the entire guitar was your idea yourself?
Yeah. It's definitely my idea.
So, one of the most interesting things on the NAMM show, in my opinion, is this guitar here.
There's a lot of buzz about this guitar going on right now. This is the cardboard Stratocaster made by our master builder Paul Waller. And it's a little weird for my liking. It's not really my thing, but I played it, and it's unreal.
It's unreal because it sounds like a Strat.
It's like a Strat. It looks like a Strat.
Like a soft Strat, but it sounds like a Fender Strat.
Yeah. It's a biodegradable guitar that's over the years it'll probably dissolve into the ground like everything else does. And but they were able to fret it. They were able to put dots in it. It's just a killer guitar.
Let's say this guitar is made out of paper.
Pretty much. It's a paper. Yeah, it's like the paper sound, paper tone, but it plays and sounds phenomenal. It's a great sounding guitar. It's a Strat.
And I like the fretboard here.
Yeah, the fretboard, same thing, It's unbelievable, the things that these guys think up, what they can do. So you can see some of the killer guitars that we did here. Dennis Kalusic with the 66 Blue Moto P bass, the Long Jag, which is a 25 and a half scale length Jazzmaster by Scott Buell, one of our builders there too. Of course, you got the cardboard Strat, you got the Dragon Skid Telly, you got the stained glass Telly by Dale Wilson, which is a phenomenal piece. I saw him working on. He works right next to me, and to see this thing light up, and it's like, oh my God. So yeah, it's a really, really, really nice piece.
It's very heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a heavy piece. Yeah, you got to plug it in to get the full effect of it and everything. Todd Krause did the Katana reissue thing that he's doing for some of our Japanese distributors. It's a very cool guitar that was really big back in the 80s, and I'm not sure if it was the late 70s that this came out or whatever, but. It's a killer guitar here. All rosewood Strat with the 4A flame maple top, made by Greg Fessler. Yeah. Rosewood back guitar, just killer. It's got the contoured heel on it, which a lot of people are digging that these days. It's just a really, really, really nice guitar. Greg's one of our great builders here. He does a lot of the Robin Ford style guitars that we do. Jason Smith, another one of our phenom builders that we have at Fender, he did a Clara walnut bass, which is really cool. On a alder body with a clear walnut top, very phenomenal. He's a bass player, so he gets it about the basses. They just sound killer. So anything he does bass-wise, he's the guy to go to for basses.
Every master builder has its own talent, is it?
Everybody has their own thing that they like to specialize in and do certain things. And I'm very fortunate to be able to work with these guys and call them my brothers for building. Pretty much. Yeah. The next one is one of mine as well. You can see this one.
It's very light.
This one's a light guitar. This guy a friend of mine sent me some anodized pickguards that he was doing. Sent me a bunch of different patterns and stuff, and I really gravitated towards this one because I was already thinking about doing a Paisley Strat for the show this year. As soon as I saw that, I started thinking, man, I got to do something Paisley like cool, something different. So what I did is I took this paint. It's called Chameleon, and what it is when you get into certain lights, it changes colors. And
it's kind of multicolor.
Yeah, it's a multicolor thing in four different colors that show up on this guitar, front and back. The neck is like a 5A bird's eye maple neck, slab board. You can see the back again, the colors, they change color. It doesn't do it justice in here, but when you get it in stage lighting or out in the sunshine and see it, even the fretboard, if you look at the fretboard changes colors too. We shot the same color on it. It's hard to see, I know, because we got all these cards and interest in it and everything, but it goes from a purple all the way up to like an amber yellow up on the top. I wanted to do that to like pay homage to like the Paisley heritage guitars that we've done for so many years, and anybody that's really into the Paisley 60s, psychedelic thing, that's what this is. And this is called the Psychedelic Stratocaster. So I wanted to do that this year, just a little something different for people.
Cool. But
one here by Scott Buell that did it like a custom finish. Not sure what this was called, but it's really a cool.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Even the pick guard and everything has been finished in this patina type, silver type finish. It almost looked like gold leaf. I thought or like a silver leaf first, but it's not. It's actually a paint job that's been done on it. And Scott's he's been with Fender for a lot of years. He was there about a year before I started at Fender, and when I worked with them side by side shaping necks back in the day. And now he's working with the custom shop. He's been working with the custom shop for a long time. And great builder, and he's finally starting to get some of his chops out there, and he's showing some of the stuff that he can do.
Okay. But you're pretty famous for that relic stuff and for the aging. Yeah. But now it's not in focus anymore, is it?
No, it's not that it's not my focus. I wanted to take a break this year. There's a lot of great relic guitars here. There's some other builders that are doing some phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, the Dale Wilson stuff is absolutely
phenomenal. Yeah. He was my apprentice for years, and I showed him a lot of stuff, but he's taken it on his own. He's taken it to the next level. So now it's making me think, oh shit, now I got to go back and start learning how I was doing stuff. I promise you next year will be a different year for me, for the relic thing.
More relic stuff.
Yeah. More relic stuff next year because it's not going away, man. You can see it. There's a lot of cards on a lot of the relic stuff. People are really digging that stuff. I promise you I will be back. This year I just wanted to show a little bit of an artistic view that I can do more than just relic stuff, whether it be, this kind of stuff. I like doing that stuff to show the artistic side of and
the artistic side, yeah, sure, yeah.
Show people that I can do that and not just relic stuff. And but I'm taking a break from the relic stuff this year, and next year I'll be back with something new that'll knock your socks off. I promise you.
Okay, so we'll wait for that.
Yeah.
So what's the waiting time for the guitar at the moment?
I'm not sure. I want to say it's about a year and a half now. It's definitely down from what it was before, from the 2 to 3 year.
You still have the longest list, do you?
Not anymore. It's
not anymore.
Down. Todd Krause has actually sort of passed me a little bit now, which is good. It shows that I'm doing my work. I'm getting caught up on my builds. They had to shut me off after a while because.
There's so many to do. I mean, you're in Europe, you do the road shows,
It was almost like 1,000 guitars back order at one point. It was over almost a 4-year back order wait time. We couldn't do that anymore. It's like, you know what, we need to like concentrate on you getting your back orders out. And it was kind of sad for me because, it's an honor to know that, people want my stuff and it's great and everything, but I wanted to be able to knock out some of those orders and get people their guitars so they fall in love with them and order more for me. So I'll be back in this trouble again, I'm sure, soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, you feel responsible for the guitars you do, and you feel responsible for the customers. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's my most important thing. That's my drive. That's the thing that I want to do here. That's the thing we all want to do here, is make our customers happy and hopefully be able to come back for some more. And that's the name of the game here at Fender. Want to make the best guitar for somebody.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, man.